Welcome to this week's video. Grab a hot drink, sit down and spend a few minutes seeing how I made this collage, and then perhaps you can make it too. So I started off with an A4 sheet of white paper and I wanted to cut 6 small squares. So I started off with my first square and I actually roughly measured halfway and then eyeballed what would be about a third to make my first square for my first butterfly. Then I was deciding what colour I would do the butterfly wings, and as I was showing there, I used the paint sticks from last time, my last video, to make this nice bright pink. Now when I was making the butterflies, I was thinking of it being 4 triangles, 2 larger ones and then 2 smaller ones at the bottom. And I was also thinking about doing nice contrasting colours. If you know anything about the colour wheel, colours on the opposite side work well together, and that's how I made some of my decisions when colour for the next piece, and I decided I didn't want too many different colours in this, so I went for another colour that was already in it, so I went for a pink. Now this is a box that I have, I call it my snip box, and I keep all my spare bits in here that I finished at the end of collage to find extra pieces for the next collage. This butterfly I went for yellow. Again, 2 large triangles for the top wings, 2 smaller ones for the bottom, and then you can snip a little bit around to make the shapes a little bit more organic. Look, you can see I made this little bit of collage paper just out of colouring in with a pencil. Fiddling around, getting a little bit of detail on the body. Now this one's interesting. I had this pattern paper and I found that using this pattern paper to cut around and make strips, I could actually, look, make the eye that you actually see on some butterfly wings. So sometimes it's worthwhile using some pattern paper that you might have, or And I liked having a slightly different dark colour this time for the body. Instead of just brown or black, I went for navy. Now I was deciding on the final colour, and I thought, which one? This one. I'm going to go for the blue background, and I'm going to use the exact same paper because I think that will tie in and not make the collage look too busy. So I've cut out my square, and I'm back in one of my snip boxes, pulling out some paper, cutting it there into triangles, 4 sets of triangles. There they are, 4 triangles. Get them in the right place, and then add a for the pink again that was in another butterfly, so I'm not using too many colours, and added some little detail in there. So lots of glue onto my A4 backing paper, and get those individual butterflies glued down. Top and something heavy to weigh it down. Half an hour later, it's all glued down nice and flat, and I'm super pleased with it. So I had this lovely frame, popped it in there, and it's done. What do you think? Let me know. And also, if you like this, please can you share it with people? And I'd love it also if you could subscribe. Thanks for watching.